كتاب الله دستوري وخير الخلق أسوتنا.
The Prophet ﷺ would say, Iman, the faith which resides in your heart, it wears out the same way the clothes which you wear out. Therefore always ask Allah to renew your Iman. Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they say that Iman does not stay stationary. Faith in Allah Ta'ala is either ascending or descending. And one of the most effective ways, ikhwan, and take this from me, to renew that Iman and make it rocket sky high, it is to speak about Allah. Those who are struggling to desist from a certain habit, whether it is cigarettes or whether it is pornographic videos, whether it is a track, whether it is anything, I say know Allah Ta'ala. Anybody who is struggling to wake up for his salawat, his fajr salah, or any other prayer to pray on time, the cure to that is know Allah. Those who are grieving more than usual, those who are distressed, those who are depressed, the cure to this, wallahi, is none other than to know Allah the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala. And ikhwan, what better way is there to recognize the Creator other than the words of the Creator Himself? I know you've heard the verses before, but please now try to internalize them as Allah tells you who He is. Allahu Akbar. He says, He is Allah, besides whom no one has the right to be worshipped except Him. He is the knower of the seen and the unseen. He is the most gracious. He is the most merciful. Allahu Akbar. And then He says, Hu Allah, He is Allah. Alladhi la ilaha illahu, besides whom none has the right to be worshipped except He. And then He says, Al-Malik, the King. Allahu Akbar. Al-Quddus, the pure. As-Salam, the one who is free from all defects. Al-Mu'min, the provider of security. Al-Muhaymin, the overseer. Al-Aziz, the almighty. Al-Jabbar, the compeller. Al-Mutakabbir, the supreme. Subhanallah wa ta'ala amma yushrikun. Glorious is Allah over that which they associate with Him. I want you, ikhwan, today, for your hearts to fill with the awe and the veneration and the hayba and rahba of Allah. Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, Inna Allah la yanam. Allah Almighty does not sleep. وَلَا يَنْبَغِي لَهُ أَنْ يَنَامْ. And it's not appropriate for Allah to sleep. يَخْفِضُ الْقِسْطَ وَيَرْفَعُهُ. Allah lowers justice and sometimes He raises it. Listen to this now. يُرْفَعُ إِلَيْهِ عَمَلُ اللَّيْلِ قَبْلَ عَمَلِ النَّهَارِ وَعَمَلُ النَّهَارِ قَبْلَ عَمَلِ اللَّيْلِ. The deeds of the night come up to Allah before the deeds of the day. And then He says, and the deeds of the day go up to Allah before the deeds of the night. How does that work? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. And then He says, حِجَابُهُ النُّورِ. His veil between us and Him is light. What happens if Allah Ta'ala was to remove this veil? لَوْ كَشَفَهُ لَأَحْرَقَتْ سُبُحَاتُ وَجْهِهِ مَنْ تَهَى إِلَيْهِ بَصَرُهُ مِنْ خَلْقِهِ. If Allah Ta'ala was to remove this veil between us and His great self, the splendor of the countenance of Allah would burn and destroy everything. Allahu Akbar. Allah Ta'ala does not sleep. Have you thought about this one aspect of the greatness of Allah? Ya ikhwan, us, if 1 or 2 days pass by without sleep, we begin to get a little bit loopy. Allah Ta'ala, since the beginning of time, bearing in mind Allah has no beginning, until the end of time, bearing in mind Allah will have no end, Allah hasn't slept for a fraction of a second. Allahu Akbar. Have you thought about this meaning when you come to sleep and you're exhausted and you're tired? You gotta get the bed, man. And Allah Ta'ala is awake, preserving the affairs of the heavens and the earth. Allahu Akbar. When the one who was being oppressed in Syria or in Palestine or in anywhere in the world, Allah Ta'ala was awake. When the oppressor was engaging in his oppression, Allah Ta'ala was awake. When you thought that no eye can see you and those curtains are drawn and perhaps the friends and family are not in the house, guess what? Allah is awake regardless of what time of the night it is. Allahu Akbar. Otherwise, ikhwan, tell me please, if Allah Ta'ala was to sleep, who would be the one taking care of the affairs of the heavens and the earth? Allah says He is the one who holds up the heavens and the earth lest they may fall into destruction. And Allah says, if He does not hold them up, then who will hold them after Him? Allah Ta'ala is the one who's carrying this universe, ya ikhwan. Have you ever thought what would happen to the universe if Allah Ta'ala did sleep? وَحَاشَاهُ وَسُبْحَانَهُ وَتَعَالَى عَنْ ذَلِكَ. What would happen to the universe if Allah Ta'ala was to sleep for a second? It is narrated in some of the narrations from the people of the book that one of the righteous men of the past, in his heart he began to question whether Allah Ta'ala sleeps or not, just out of inquisition. And so Allah Ta'ala wanted to teach this righteous man the meaning of Allah's wakefulness and how He does not sleep and what would happen to the globe and the universe if Allah did sleep. So He sends him a few angels. And the few angels, they give this man 2 vessels and they say to him, stay awake and hold up these 2 vessels side by side and beware of sleeping. So he holds up the vessels. The first night passes and he's doing well. The second night comes and now he's beginning to slumber. The third night comes, what happens? He falls asleep and the vessels hit into each other and they smash. And then this man is told this is what would happen to the universe if Allah Ta'ala was